Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagine Slagharen. Now, I have about 1.5 hours left to finish Apollo 14. It's not much time, but all that's left to do is really work on the surroundings. Now, first off, I'm just going to work on the path right under it, and I'm gonna try to make it look somewhat rounded. Because on the real thing there's a round path right under it. So yeah, to make it look real, I'm gonna have to try and recreate that. Now first off, just going to make the entrance and exit invisible, and just going to put some path tiles here, and yeah, see if I can make it sort of rounded. Okay, I'm just going to put some of these lines on top of the path. They're barely visible, but they do help in... well, the line is still there, and it does help make it look more rounded. It's very subtle, but I think it does help a little bit. Alright, I added some more barely visible lines. Yeah, again, it's very subtle, but I think it helps in the end. I might choose to replace this circle here with a different kind of path, because if you look at the path here, it is kind of circular. I'm not sure if the crazy path does justice to this. But yeah, for now I will just keep it like this, because I don't really have much time left. To be honest, I'm not sure if this path would really be the right choice for it. Okay, what I will do now is just add some shrubbery around it. As you can see, it's completely surrounded by gardens. So at least that part should be slightly easy to recreate. Alright, sadly this is all the pictures I have for now. I'm just gonna quickly look for some more pictures, see if I can look how the entrance area to this to this area actually looks like. Alright, sadly this is the highest quality picture that I can find of this ride. So here we can actually see the queue area. Now there seems to be a little bit of an overview area here, probably this might be the exit actually of the log flume. Not really sure. But at least here we can see the queue of the ride. Now, I'm not really sure, but it looks like these are just wooden fences. Now, we can actually get a nice overview of the plants in this area. So yeah, mostly just shrubbery that goes all around. So it shouldn't be too much trouble to recreate this. Okay, the problem with these fences is that they completely disappear here in the brown of the background. So I will just make them a bit thicker. I'll just make my own fences here, or else they will not be visible at all. Now, one thing I can already do is to extend the monorail, which will pass right behind here. Now, for the shrubs here, yeah, I don't just want to place shrubs. As you can see in most pics, there are actually some interruptions in the growth. So a little bit of a tree here. There are some different colors of green. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and make it look like there's some patches of shrubbery. Well, some uninterrupted patches, but some interruptions in between there as well. Maybe even more visible here. Let's see. So yeah, it looks like here in the front there's some big uninterrupted patches, and then here there's some more sparse patches of green. So probably also by mixing in some low trees, we could probably make it look more like the real thing. Okay, I think I'm going to move the entrance a little bit over to this side. Or actually, maybe I'll just make the exit path over here. I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, probably if I put the entrance to over here, then we can have an exit, or a thing that looks like an exit here and a thing that looks like an exit here. Just like on the real thing. I think it will make it look a little bit more realistic if the guests are actually queuing right over here. Now, if you're dealing with a fast moving ride and you want to select it, you shouldn't try to select it by clicking randomly here. It's usually much easier to just pause the game, and that makes selecting them very easy. I just removed the entrance here, but there's still a guest stuck, so I'm just gonna quickly remove all the guests, because I don't want the game to crash. I don't know if it will happen, but it's better yeah, to be safe here. Alright, I'm just going to try and make sure that the queue still works here. Alright, I love seeing this ride spin with all the guests in it. Yeah, it really makes me proud of what I put together here in such a short time. So yeah, I could spend a lot more time on these surroundings. Well, actually I can't, because we have to submit our entry soon. But yeah, I don't think it will get much better than this. So this is probably what I will just end up submitting. I'm just gonna go over some more details just a few more times. And I'm going to see if I can find a good picture of the building that's supposed to go here. Because I think it will add to the surrounding if I actually make this picture. This building, I mean. Now, it's always a bit tricky using these images as reference, because this is from... oh wait. No, never mind. This is from 2009. I just looked at the copyright, but yeah, it's from 2009. So yeah, like I said, it's always a bit tricky using images from 2009, because you never know if they're actually still around like that. And I probably shouldn't have clicked here, because now I'm on the road. Let's go back to our right, which is over here. But yeah, it looks like in the more recent images, they are still there. These images are from this year, so this is actually quite recent. So these buildings that we just checked, they're both also present in the current situation. Anyway, let's take a quick look at this building again. It doesn't look too difficult to recreate. There's a big pillar here, two smaller pillars, some decorative walls in between, a little bit of an arch, and a very interesting roof shape. Not sure if we're gonna be able to do that. Maybe I'll just do there's a bit of a garden in between here. You can see a little tree here, some bushes here, and a little elevation change here to get there. Well, I'm not going to make the elevation change, but I think I can at least make this entrance to the area look a little bit nicer. Alright, I think I will give recreating these two buildings that are right next to it a shot, because yeah, I still have some time left, so it should be doable. Alright, that's one of the buildings done. I think it looks close enough to the original. It's not exact, but yeah, it has to look small, so compared to Apollo 14, so that's why I just made a small building here. Now I'm just going to give the other building a shot. Alright, I think this will be enough work on Apollo 14 for now. Yeah, from the looks of it, I think this this for sure will be enough to submit it. So yeah, the actual ride was already completed for a while. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I think this is pretty much as realistic as I'm going to get it within the time that I have. Anyway, I just recreated these two little buildings around it. I did a bit of the work on the path, and I put plenty of trees around it and some of these rocks. I think all in all, yeah, it does look quite nice. I think it fits quite well here in the park, and I'm happy with the way it looks. Of course, the real thing, it probably should have been a little bit bigger, but oh well. I think for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, this is pretty good, and would have been a pain to make a bigger object out of this. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. For sure, this was quite fun to build. So now I have around 15 minutes remaining to make the screenshots and to submit them to the Discord for the contest. So that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you again in the next episode. See you later.